It is time to finally build that God Squad. Stay frosty and head to buymaddencoins.com for the cheapest, fastest, and most reliable MUT coins on the market. I'll even help you shave off a few bucks. Use code DIRECTOR at checkout for 20% off. Yoda brothers, what's up? It's the Director. Madden Ultimate Team fans, we got another Core Elite prediction video for you guys today. This time featuring the NFC East. I asked you guys in the comment section of my last video which division I should do next after doing the AFC West last time. Loads of Cowboys fans and Eagles fans, Giants fans, and Redskins fans all wanted the NFC East. So we're going to do that one in this video today. In the comments also, you guys can control who I do next. Whoever I see the most support of in the comment section below will be the next division I decide to tackle with the custom card arts and Core Elite predictions. Guys, before we get started with this, hit us up with a like and sub if you do enjoy this custom card art Madden Ultimate Team 21 content. The small amount of time you guys take to hit the like, sub, and bell notification helps me out a lot. Let's get into this video. Let's start with the Dallas Cowboys. I whipped up some custom card art. I got, my pen and paper out. I was on, the rosters or the websites of all these teams, just trying to, me personally, my opinion, gauging who's gonna get a Core Elite in Madden 21. It should be fun. So Amari Cooper, wide receiver. I still think he's one of the better wide receivers in the league. I think he continues to prove it year in and year out. And I think 84 is a pretty good number for him, around the Keenan Allens of the world. I think that's pretty appropriate to say. So Amari Cooper, wide receiver, Dallas Cowboys, is going to be our first one for the Dallas team. Next up is Dak Prescott. Now, I don't remember if Dak got a Core Elite in Madden 20. If he didn't, I think I was shocked that he didn't. So I think he deserves it, man. He had a really stellar year. What's funny is that my wife had Dak Prescott and Carson Wentz on her fantasy team. So yeah, I was paying attention to them. She kept asking me, oh man, who should I start, this and that? And it felt like every week that Dak Prescott just kind of had the edge. Eagles fans, slow down before you kill me. I'm saying it how it is, okay? That was my experience last year. So Dak Prescott, I think he deserves an 83 overall. Should be a fun quarterback, improviser, archetype. I think people have a lot of fun with him. Next up, we've got DeMarcus Lawrence, 83 overall. DeMarcus Lawrence is kind of a beast, dude. Like, it feels like every year he's maybe a little bit underrated. I think he comes back in Madden 21, deserving of a Core Elite. And I think, his cards, again, they're always underrated. One of my favorite cards from early on in Madden 20 because he had those baked in, abilities. So I think he comes back in Madden 21 with an 83 overall. Next up, probably one of your guys' best on this team, the Dallas Cowboys, Ezekiel Elliott, halfback, 87 overall. If I remember correctly, in Madden 20, his Elite was an 86 overall. And I think Zeke, in the short time he's been in the league, has really established himself as one of the best halfbacks in the NFL. So why not give him an 87 overall, man? Make him one of the best, halfbacks in the game next year. And for the love of God, fix his trucking, fix his speed. He should be one of the better ones to use, maybe outside of Saquon Barkley in the game. Next up is Gerald McCoy, defensive tackle. You guys got another one on the team now. Maybe my rating was a little low for him. Maybe I would say like an 81 or 82, but definitely still elite in the league, coming from, is it the Bucks or was it really the Panthers last year? He's been moving around, but I think he's a great card. I think, again, underappreciated. And really when it comes to defensive tackle in Madden Ultimate Team, you just want a body there. You just want somebody there. There are some guys that do stand out, but if there's one that fits on your theme team, definitely go with that guy. So I like Gerald McCoy. Next up is Jaylon Smith, 82 overall. I think he had an 80 overall Madden 20. I think that was too low. Jaylon Smith is like slowly but surely and painfully and persistently, proving himself as one of the better middle linebackers in the league. A coverage middle linebacker at that too. Those are in pretty high demand at the beginning of the year. So I don't know, man. Jaylon Smith should be a lot of fun. If I remember too, he's like 6 feet tall or something like that, 6'2" maybe. So he should be a pretty good user that too. So I like Jaylon Smith a lot. Hopefully he gets the nod. Next up, we got Layton, Vander, Ashe, middle linebacker, or I should say this should be a left outside linebacker. I think, maybe right outside linebacker, so excuse me on the card art. But again, a really good pass coverage guy, really good zone stats, decent speed, 6'4". I hope he makes a return very soon too. Next up, we got Michael Gallup, 81 overall. I forgot I put this one in. I photoshopped these a few days ago. Very cool. I think Michael Gallup, why not, dude? He was so killer last year. I think he's, again, if he's that good his first year, I think he's going to be that much better his second year. And I don't know, man. I'm a fan of Michael Gallup. And I think now you guys, what? You got CeeDee Lamb there too? Christ. It's going to be a crazy wide receiver core for the Cowboys next year. You guys ought to be excited for that. Next up, right outside linebacker, Sean Lee. It's the good old reliable Sean Lee. Getting a little bit older, getting a little bit slower, still has injury problems, but hey, it's Sean Lee. We can't not give him an elite in Madden Ultimate Team, in my opinion. 80 overall is what I'm thinking. All right, we got to move this on just a little bit quicker, guys. The Cowboys, in my defense, have a lot of elites. Left tackle Tyron Smith, 85 overall, one of the best in the league. He's going to get a card. Same thing with Zach Martin. You see him every single year. He's going to get a card. And then moving on to the Giants. Before we move on to the Giants, guys, remember, you can screenshot these cards, post them on Twitter, and tag me to get people hyped, because I only show these on the videos at first. They don't get released, to Twitter, like the full images, for a while. So if you guys want to post them on Twitter and tag me, I'll retweet it, get people, that are fans of your same team hyped as well for Madden 21. Moving on to the Giants, we got Daniel Jones. Again, rookie last year, kind of came in with something to prove. He was the laughing stock of the NFL draft his year. We all didn't believe in him, and he proved us wrong. So for that, I think EA should give him an elite card. I think, and he's a great, field general quarterback in Madden 20. So I think he would be great in Madden 21. Next up is Darius Slaton. Also an important one I think should be added. You talk about, the wide receivers in New York maybe getting depleted a little bit. Somebody had to step up. Golden Tate, he was suspended or something. Somebody had to step up. Evan Engram was great, gets injured. Somebody has to step up. Darius Slay did that. He's fast, he's tall, he's reliable. I think he'd make a great Madden Ultimate Team item. Next up is Evan Engram himself. Okay, so Evan Engram did get injured, so maybe he didn't play to his full potential last year because he was injured. But I still think an elite tight end in the league, one of the fastest in the game, one of my favorite early on Madden tight ends as well right now too. So Evan Engram needs to get the nod, at least an 81 overall. James Bradbury, underrated, did not have an elite last year. I think he's, a cornerback that came from the Carolina Panthers, decently fast, decently tall, decent everything. I think the Giants fans would have fun with him. Next up is Kevin Zeidler, right guard. Again, he's kind of one of those staple guys you see year in and year out. Very, very good. Saquon Barkley, 86 overall. I think I meant to make him an 88. I'm not even gonna lie, dude. He's so good. Maybe because of his injury in 87, but at the same time, he's just, you can't, when you watch the tape, it's just, man, there's a running back. There's one of the best in the league. So I think him and Zeke should be like, neck and neck. Maybe 86 is okay, but I think 87 is more where I'm leaning with him. Next up is Alshon Jeffery, how the mighty have fallen. Definitely, he's had better years. Hopefully, we're getting to the Eagles now. Hopefully he has a bounce back season. He's a decent wide receiver. He just needs to stay healthy. And until he can prove that and get on the field, he might not get, more upgrades. We'll have to wait and see. Moving on with the Eagles now, Brandon Brooks. There's a lot of Eagles cards, guys, so we're going to move through this one kind of quick. Again, one of the best in the league. The Eagles have one of the best offensive lines in the league as well. Brandon Graham, maybe a guy that's slowing down a little bit. I don't remember. I remember him being amazing a couple years ago, but I haven't seen much of him lately, so gave him an 80 overall. There's a chance maybe he gets an 81 or 82. Next up is Carson Wentz. One of the biggest shocks I had at the beginning of Madden 20 was no elite Carson Wentz card. Like, what? Carson Wentz definitely needs an elite card, man. Definitely one of the best, quarterbacks in the league, in my opinion, right now. He definitely didn't deserve to have like a 78 or 79, whatever he had last year. I say at least an 82 for Carson Wentz to start the year. Capiche? Are we all in agreement? Good. Next up is Darius Slay. Exciting offseason acquisition. One of my favorite corners in Madden year in and year out, especially at the beginning of the season. You guys needed one so bad. You finally got one. Have fun with Darius Slay. Fletcher Cox, 86 overall. This is one of the best in the game, dude. One of the best in the game. I don't know if he had a slower year or whatever. I decided to give him an 86 instead of an 87 like he had this year, but still, he's one of the glitchiest in Madden Ultimate Team, so I hope that he gets the nod. Next up, we got Jason Kelce. Again, one of the best offensive linemen in the league. The Eagles looking really good. Right tackle Lane Johnson still looking really good out there as well. Gave him 81 overall. And then Marquise Goodwin, wide receiver, 80 overall. A faster guy, a guy that's really good in Madden Ultimate Team. Hopefully he gets more upgrades. I forgot he was, signed by the Eagles. That's kind of cool. Hopefully he gets at least an 80 overall. Zach Ertz, 85 overall. Kind of a given. We all expect to see Zach Ertz. Maybe just a little bit slow for Madden, but very good hands. Moving on to the Washington Redskins, this will be the last one, guys. Adrian Peterson, he did not get an elite card last year, and he came out, and honestly, some people will say, hey, he had an okay season. It's Adrian Peterson. The man was alive when freaking pyramids were being built, and he's still playing great football. So give the man an elite card, please. It's AP. He needs to be represented properly in Madden Ultimate Team. Brandon Sheriff, a good right guard. Pretty decent. Daron Payne, this is where I'm excited about the Redskins theme team. Their defensive line is nasty. Daron Payne and Jonathan Allen specifically. Very excited to see this duo come back. Hopefully, they're both 80 overalls in the next game. Kendall Fuller, cornerback, new acquisition. He definitely had a pretty decent year last season. Super Bowl winning Kansas City Chiefs. Excited to see him come over to Washington. And then Ryan Kerrigan, a lot like Sean Lee. It's Ryan Kerrigan. I get he's maybe not the glitchiest outside linebacker in Madden, but it's Ryan Kerrigan. He's good. He needs an elite card. Wide receiver Terry McLaurin. Oh, Redskins fans, if you're watching this video, this is the one to screenshot and be like, yes, director. Give us Terry. Give us Scary Terry. Because, he's going to be great in Madden Ultimate Team. We kind of forgot about him in Madden 20 because he didn't get an upgrade past, the Christmas promo? And man, is he a good Madden card. I really hope to see him get an elite early Madden, guys, in Madden 11 or Madden 21. Madden 11, what am I thinking? Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for the NFC East. Remember, if you want me to Photoshop cards and give you predictions for the team that, you're a fan of, give me their division, type, in the comment section, represent the AFC North or whatever. And the team that I see get the most, or the division I see get the most support, that's the next one I'm going to do. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Smack that like and sub if you do enjoy this channel. The Photoshop takes a minute. Give me a pat on the back with a like and sub, dudes. Much love, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been the Director, and as always, stay frosty.